Hello, Lottie Dottie and everybody. Dr. Willie Jolly.
And this is Dee, Taylor-Jolley.
And we are the Jolleys coming to you live in living color. There we go. Got a new camera. We're trying to make it work. Live in living color from Washington, D.C. Isn't she cute?
I'm preparing for the 4th of July. Red, white, and blue.
Let me show the whole.
And I have red, white, and blue fingernails.
Oh, Lord. I didn't know.
And kind of white and a little bit of red hair. A little bit of red right there. I sprayed it.
Oh, you sprayed it? Help me. Every week, I don't know what I'm going to get. So let's make sure that y'all are good. Everybody good? You joining me? Where my folks? Hey, David Robinson. How you doing? Can you hear us okay? If you can, just hit a yes in there for me, because I got a new microphone as well. I'm trying to upgrade.
He always has a new toy.
Something new that I'm trying to upgrade how we do what we do, when we do what we do, how to do it better. So we're hoping y'all can hear us and everything is good to go.
And the topic tonight is the one that I wanted to talk about.
Last week.
Because that's what I think about all the time.
That's what she talked about?
Honey and the money.
The honey and the money.
Yes.
And she wanted to talk about that.
What?
Kevin Thole said, I should dye my hair.
Yes. No, it's not dye, it's spray. $4.59 a can. Purple, white. I haven't had the courage to do green yet. You just kind of spray. It's just however you feeling. So red, white, blue.
She's a cutie pie, I tell you. She is a cutie pie. Well, anyway, greetings to everybody. We got people joining us. Here's what I want you to do. If you're on now, I want you to do 3 things. I want you to like this page. I want you to share this page. And I want you to start a watch party.
So share, like, and...
Like, share, start a watch party. Like, share, start a watch party.
Like, share, and watch.
Party.
Okay, let's get to it. Come on. Let's
be on a watch party. Okay, so first of all, I want to say yesterday was our 35th wedding anniversary, and we had a great time. We got to spend time with our son, and he came
across the porch.
Social distancing, because he doesn't live here in this cocoon, and he's not in this bubble. So he was on the one side.
He brought us Maggiano's.
He brought us dinner. He brought us our anniversary dinner, and that was very nice because he brought a big dinner. I mean,
so we had leftovers for dinner this evening.
Yes. So just a great guy. We love our son, and we're grateful for him, and the fact that we were able to make them together.
Yes.
All right, we made them together. So greetings to everybody across the world. We've got people coming in now from all over the world. This weekend I did an event. I spoke at an event in Sydney, Australia. Good eye, mate. Good on you, mate. With my buddy Les Brown. We were the keynote speakers. And it was live streamed. So I could do it right here from our office. In my office area, my TV studio.
And they said the site crashed when people were trying to
get in. There were a lot of people trying to get in all at one time, and I think it was just overwhelmed for a short while. But he said they finally got it together. So anyway, we got people from Australia. Good eye to all of those from Australia and New Zealand. From Singapore. There were people from Singapore on the program. Now we got people from Paris who have joined us on this, from Greece, from South Africa. So people are starting to want to welcome everybody.
Now you get to see me. So you didn't see me the other night.
No, if you were the Australian.
Because I was asleep. She
was already there because it was 14 hours in front of us. So I had to do it in the middle of the night. So, but the money was right, baby. The money was right. So it made me do whatever I had to do.
Okay, so the topic today, we're talking about money.
We're going to talk about money. And we all know that marriages break up for 3 reasons. Or if you don't know, we haven't even introduced, for those who might be joining us, we are the authors of the book, Make Love, Make Money, Make It Last.
Because it's cheaper to keep her.
10 secrets to shape. 10 secrets to shape a great marriage.
Divorce, you were going to give up 50%.
So 10 secrets to shape
Your
a great marriage.
401k.
Oh,
your
we're not into
retirement.
we're not into the money, done, honey. So we 10 secrets to shape a great marriage. We've been married for 35 years. Yesterday, haven't had an argument in 33 years.
Doesn't mean we don't disagree. That's
no,
what we're going to talk about
Lord,
tonight.
no, it don't mean we just disagree, but we don't argue.
And we work it out.
And we work through it.
Sometimes I'm tired after I have attempted to work it out with him because it takes me a long time sometimes to convince him. But that's my goal.
Well, she's always convincing me, so she's always working on it. So anyway, again, like, share, and watch party, okay? Mm-hmm. Please do that for us. Okay, let's get going on today's messaging. We got a lot of friends joining us. Kenny Jones, my 98.6 buddy. 98.6. When you get a chance, folks, go to 98.6, 986.band. You're going to hear some great music that I had a small part to play in. 986.band. All right.
All right, so we're talking about money and your honey. Why money and honey? Because it just rhymes. That's all.
Money and honey,
but our focus is very different.
Finance and romance work.
Finance and romance work. But our focuses are really very different in terms of how we look at money.
Yes.
And I want to talk about
our personality types.
Our personality types are very different.
Right. He's
swinging from the high wire, and I'm trying to grab hold of every rope. Everything that can keep you anchored. So
in other words, I tend to be
we are very different. So how do you work through that? And
I'm a riverboat gambler. Okay, I'm shooting the wad every time.
I don't want to shoot. I don't want to shoot all of the wad.
No.
That was a heated conversation we had today.
It wasn't heated. It was just intense.
Well, what's the difference in the word heated versus intense?
Well, we didn't raise our voices.
No.
Okay, you were intense. I was like,
I'm always intense.
When talking about the money, when she talk about the money, she's always intense.
So here's what.
Here's what happened. And
what
here's what
happened was.
Yeah, what happened was. Go ahead.
No, you tell your version.
Isn't she cute?
You're the speaker.
I'm a what?
You're the speaker, so you're going to embellish, and then I'll come with, this is what really happened.
She always says, I'm the speaker. She always tells people, I'm the speaker.
What
happened was, I was riding my bicycle over the weekend, and I got a call from one of our credit card companies who had deferred payment for 3 months, or 3 months. I thought it was. It was actually 2 months, but I thought it was 3 months that we had time to generate the dollar. We had the money, so we said.
But I didn't want to spend it.
Right.
Hence a difference.
So
because cash is king.
Am I telling my partners?
I'm sorry. Cash reserves.
All right, so I'm on my bicycle. They're calling me. They're blowing up my phone. They're messing up my music. I've got my music in my ears. I'm on my bicycle. I'm finishing my ride up the hill. I'm coming in for the the last part of the ride. I've been doing 10 miles. I'm ready to roll, and they're blowing up my phone. I pull over. I say, "Hello, what can I do for you?" Well, we see that your deferment is over. I said, I thought it was 3 months. They said, no, it was actually only 2 months for us. I said, well, y'all were very kind when I remember when I called and we had the conversation and you said we'd love to defer because y'all are good clients. You pay your bills on time. So we'll defer your payment for 2 months during this COVID time. And so I said, okay. They said, well, here's what you owe. I said, okay, well, put it down there. They said, can we take it out of your account? Sure. Let's get it done. Move on.
Now here's an aside. Most of our bills are paid automatically.
You set them up automatically.
For automatic withdrawal.
Yes.
And I have been working at changing that.
Okay.
Why?
Because you want to check the balances and find out if they're not ripping us off.
Well, in this case, with what's going on in this economy, I want to double check every dollar.
Yes.
And carefully withdraw monies so that I can keep a certain amount of cash reserves. Now, we're talking about because we are the employer as well as an employee. So I'm looking at everything from the employer side. right?
Yes.
And how to keep as much cash reserves as possible. Willie would pay everything off. I'm saying times are different. The big companies are holding on to their cash. So I want to pay at the last minute. Before there's a penalty, I want to pay at the last minute. Hence, he tells me, oh, I told him to go ahead and take the money out. I thought I was going to pass out, right? Because at this point, my philosophy is to pay the minimum, to hold on to cash. His philosophy is
shoot the wad, baby. Shoot the wad.
Pay off everything every month. And I'm like, it depends upon the ongoing cash flow. So, question for our family out there. How many of you have a cash reserve for the business or for personal that is 6 months or more? And when you fall below, do you replenish? So first question, how many people have a cash reserve of 6 months to a year?
Probably
Anybody?
not most. Let me take a moment to give a shout out to Brandon Todd. We love our council member, and I want to say greetings to him. He's watching. Also, Moses is here in the house.
Hey, Moses.
And yesterday, folks, I got to give this real quick. I had the blessing. I have not been out for any intents purposes since March the 9th, except to the grocery store.
When I shut it down and sent the interns home, and he had a fit.
I said, we're sending out people. But she was right. But anyway, yesterday, one of my daughters, not my biological daughter, but she was best friends with my daughter, my biological daughter. They grew up together, went to high school together. And this young lady was over our house all the time with my daughter. And we fell in love with her. She just got named to be the principal
Of an
elementary school in Washington, D.C. public schools. Christina Kellogg, bravo to you. So she asked me to come and bless the occasion, to give a few words.
Not virtually, but actually physically. And so you know what I said.
She said she ain't going nowhere.
2024, baby.
When you going out, man?
2024.
She's not going out of the house till 2024. And so I went and I gave the address and did the blessing on her new position and a challenge to all her friends. So I want her, she's on with us, celebrate Christina Kellogg, principal. Christina Kellogg.
Okay.
I love that. So
put those kids into shape.
She's a single mom.
I could not come out.
Who has done a tremendous job. So I just want to shout her out. James Anderson's here. Veronica Chase is here. Kenny Jones. We got so many friends.
Okay, anybody answer. I said, so I'm focused on keeping cash reserves.
Okay, so what we're talking about, though, let's get back to, we got two
philosophical differences.
Do you have any philosophical differences in your relationship about how you handle the money and what you do with the money? Who's going to handle the money? What decisions? How are decisions made?
In your household. While they're thinking about that, and you can look at some of the responses, I've done some background work.
I would have guessed that. I wonder what she did today while I was working on new things. What was she doing?
Okay, so here's a little bit of background that I don't particularly agree with, but I found rather interesting.
Okay.
Okay, so there's this lady by the name of Michelle Glealan, Glelan, who's a featured professor at Oprah's Happiness Course, right? Who partnered with the Texas-based bank called Forest Bank. And they came up with the answer to a question as to how are finances affected by whether or not you're an optimist or a pessimist. That's the best I can get, because I'm not a pessimist.
No.
But this is how different do you see and manage your finances?
But you're not a pessimist, but you're a pragmatist.
I'm a pragmatist.
All right, and I'm an optimist.
On steroids.
Extreme. I know it's going to work out. I get a blessing in my spirit because I know God's going to make a way somehow. Hey!
Okay, this lady, Michelle Gleeland, actually spent 10 years working on this project.
All right.
And his study did find a strong connection between feeling optimistic and experiencing high levels of financial well-being. Now I'm like, what the heck does that mean?
Well,
so optimists stress about finances like 5 months less than a pessimist. I'm like, I don't really get that. But they said, according to the research, if you're an optimist, you stress less by 5 months than a person who's a pessimist. I'm like, okay. 62% of optimists exhibit better financial health. I'm like, now what does that mean? Because I think I have excellent financial health. Okay, what does that mean? That means
Let me put a pin there. First, I want to say shout out to Vaughn from Kansas. Chip Eichelberger, one of my great buddies from the NSA, great speaker, incredible speaker. But look, here's one thing I want to say. I got to give a shout out to my wife. When the pandemic hit, I'm an optimist. I shoot the wad. I'm willing to shoot the wad. I'm willing to build a house.
You have to tell people what that means. That first
if I shoot the wad, that means
shoot the wad.
I'm willing to take.
That means gamble on everything.
I'm gambling.
But that suggests that you're irresponsible. You're not.
No. I'm not irresponsible. I'm always willing to take that risk. The risk to build my business. I'm willing to invest in that business. And that started years ago.
So you see, we have challenges because we have a business, and of course, the business fuels our personal life. Right?
Now, I'm very conservative in my personal life. I'm almost extreme opposites. In the business life, I'm much more taking chance. In my personal life, I'm very, very fiscally conservative. I mean, just fiscal.
So we really have very little challenge.
I want to share a point of interest here because this is important. When the pandemic hit, we didn't have I didn't think there was a lot of savings. But I had taken my savings, which I we had a year's worth, and I had invested in books and all sorts of other things that we were going to need to build a business. So I was always thinking about how do we build this business. Well, when it hit and the business slowed down, I said to my wife,
shut down.
Shut down. She said,
there was no travel.
I said, wow, what are we going to do? Folks, my wife said, don't worry. I got it covered. We got some money. We got quite a bit of money. And we're good. And she was able to tell me where the money was. We were able to go get the money.
And an even greater lesson learned is that I really have too many accounts.
Because you even forgot some. She had money put away in places she forgot about.
Oh, well, we should have taken the money from over here as opposed to over there. So I'd rather have too many places.
So that does
where we're saving and investing, but your saving money is very different than your investing.
That's right.
All right.
So I married well. I married very well 35 years ago yesterday, and she covers my butt with my freewheeling, take the risk.
But you have the capacity to create something out of nothing.
Yes.
I don't have that capacity. Okay.
So sometimes we call it I'm the tree shaker and she's the jelly maker.
So I can take whatever you bring in and do something else with it and get it to grow.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But the philosophical difference is you're always out there pushing, and I'm always trying to figure out how to get some of what you've done and to save it before you invest it. Hence, cash reserves. And we have to have cash reserves in two different areas, for the business and personally, and it's always that. Okay?
So folks, we got about 7-8 minutes left. I'm gonna y'all, all of y'all. Wait a minute. I'm getting ready to give it to you. So here's what we're gonna say. So many of y'all have said that D is amazing. So we're gonna start a new little thing here. Y'all tell us how we like it, and I'm gonna call it a dose of D. Go to work. Do your thing.
Here's an interesting observation of what's going on between now and, say, the end of July. So we've got all these stimulus checks out there, like $1,200, right? And it's like $265 or $270 billion in the economy. Okay? Now, on top of that, you have people who are unemployed who are getting an extra $600 a week. Stop. The extra $600 a week is going to end July 31st.
Right.
My position, hold on to every dollar, because we don't know the impact that it is going to have on the economy when all the money is gone. So I am totally me. This is me, because I am anal. I'm like, save every penny you can. And then plus, we don't know how we're going to send kids back to school. It's going to be a hot mess come September.
I'm glad you didn't cuss.
I did not cuss. I only cuss when you just push me over the edge because I'm a preacher's kid. And you have just driven me over the edge all the time. But I did not cuss. I did not cuss.
I thought it was going to come.
No.
All right, go ahead.
No. So we need to be observant in terms of what's going on with the economy and how that is going to affect our spending and or saving.
And how does it impact our relationships?
How does it impact our relationship? Because you want to spend money and I don't? No.
Well, I want to pay off.
You want to pay off everything and I don't.
Yes. She says.
Then we are negotiating. Yes. Well, okay, can I pay?
Well, I want to pay off or I want to invest, one or the other. I'm not putting it in my pocket. It's very important. Right. I'm not putting it in my pocket.
Right.
I don't. That's not my goal.
So
my goal
what
is to build a business.
Is that we have to talk just about every day.
Every day.
Every day.
About the money.
About how we're spending, and that is because we're in business together.
And let's talk about how that some others can be blessed by that in terms of their relationship. We talk without arguing. We talk without calling each other out the name. We talk with each other about money.
How we see money so differently. And I would say, ask yourself, which is something that I say to Willie, what provides security for you? What does security look like for you? Right? And that is major in terms of a relationship.
So in what chapter is that? Chapter number about security. What do men need? Well, what do women need? Women need two things: intimacy and security. Chapter number 8, Jane Harlong's chapter. Leave the
drama.
No. Sex, headaches, and other lies. Okay. All right, that's chapter number 8. Women need two things: intimacy and security.
And security is whatever that means for them.
That whatever it means for them.
So you can't know what security. Security for one person might be, I can go out and I can buy X number of pairs of shoes every month. I've got a good government job and I can just go spend. And when the government shut down, last February or so, some people who got a regular government check had to go on unemployment because they didn't have enough money to pay the mortgage, the rent, or whatever. So because they were dependent upon constantly having that other money.
So what I have to do, let me tell you what I have to do in our relationship. And that's what I want to get back to. I know that I am a risk taker. I know she is more pragmatic and her comfort level, her security. So I have to say, when she told me how uncomfortable it was that I told this credit card, just take the money, boom. She had a fit. She said, I don't know.
And the reason that everything
I had a plan. And I said, you know what? I won't do that again. Didn't I say that?
Yes, you did.
I said, I won't do that again.
We went over that. I made it.
She made it perfectly clear. And
I was explaining how that made
her feel. And that's the big thing. She said how that made her feel. And I said, you don't have to worry.
And our approach to paying was being adjusted because when we both traveled together all the time, I made everything automatic. But now that I am here and I'm looking at everything, how do I get more out of my money? I don't want everything on automatic.
Right.
So it might change with the environment.
So main thing is that we made a decision together, and we talked it through, and power is shared. One of the reasons why we're 35 years and we don't argue is we share the power, and I respect her thinking about the money because, look, when things got tight, she had the money covered. Chick Eichenberg said, when we going to do a next live event? When she, Chip.
2024.
You know, I don't know, Chip, because as long as there's no vaccine, she's not going nowhere. Let's see, we got Veronica from, I don't know where Veronica's from, Tiffany Lancaster. She opened for me. I remember that name. She opened for me for one of the events. I see a note, but I can't. I do know. I remember her name. Open for Jewel Diamond Taylor 15 years ago.
Oh my God!
Yes, indeed. And I was on Jewel's.
Chris, frugal is good. Yes,
frugal is good. I am frugal. In fact, I'm cheap. But
there are different philosophies.
On frugal.
There really are different philosophies, but you have to discuss that what your different philosophy is with your mate. And come to some kind of agreement. So one size does not fit all.
That's right. And nobody's in charge of all of the answers and all of the decisions. It should be a team. That's why you got a team. Together, the team works better. And we are a team. So when she said, here's what my plan, I said, oh, I'm sorry. I was on the bike. I didn't think, got it. Okay.
And then I have everything written down.
Yes.
I have everything written down, the date, what is to be paid, how much, all of those things we've gone over.
And let me just say, I'm going to bring up sex. I got to get to the sex. Because y'all know I talk about the bed is not the father.
What does that have to do with what?
I will find a way to talk about it with the money. Because, look, when your honey is upset, nothing happens. Ain't happening. Nothing happens. And we got to make sure, brothers, you want to make sure something's happening. So you got to make sure you keep the money and the honey happy. Happy. Because when my honey happy, brother get happy.
So here's another thing. All right. So that was my dose. That was my
dose of D.
A dose of D. That was my brand. Is it 9:30?
Yeah.
So one of the things I'm working on, I'm developing something. The back office boss.
You should the back office boss.
Yeah, I had mentioned that before, but I'm moving along the path.
The way she was able to work all of the back office deals through the pandemic and get grants and all sorts of money.
Grants, yes.
All sorts of monies that was above and beyond the money she had put away was phenomenal. She knows how to do it. Have you got a website yet?
Not yet, no.
Trevor! I know you're watching. We need help, Trevor.
We're working. I'm working with Trevor
help me out.
With Spalding. But
all right, go ahead.
Here's something I'm going to put out there. For those who are in business, part-time, you have your own thing going on, are there some things you wish you had known before you became a small business owner? And the definition of the market that I want to work with are people who are what they call micro businesses, people who have 5 or less employees. And why did I zero in on that? Because during the PPP and the stimulus and all this other kind of stuff that was going on back in March and April, as I sat in on the meetings and figured out where we were in the process, we're lumped in with people up to 499 employees.
Yeah. She worked it, and that back office boss.
I had the same systems in place on a micro level as those who were big, and that is through God's grace, and also because I'm anal. So
anal.
I'm like,
what that means is if there's a zero copy, she checks it for errors. Come on, that's.
And I'm working on how can I get better at it. Okay.
Look, we gotta go. You know our time is up. So look, real quick. For those who are just joining us, we got a lot of people on from all over the world. We got people from Kansas. We got people from other countries. We got people from all over.
Okay, so we can say, can you send me an email that says what I wish I had known?
Okay, here's what we're going to do. If y'all want more of this commentary next week, we can do a part 2.
It's a dose of D.
A dose of D. She loves talking about the money. And I like talking about the sex.
And I have some others.
So we both talk about the communication.
Yes.
All right, so sex, money, communication. 3 things to break up marriages. All in the book. Make love, make money, make it last. 10 secrets to shape a great marriage. I want you all to go get 2 copies of this book. One for you and one for your significant other. Read it together. At the end of each chapter, I want you to talk about what you learned. Not about the book, but about each other. It's been phenomenal when we tell people to do that.
And this is the 4th of July coming up on Saturday.
Yes.
I say stay in.
We're going to stay in.
We're going to stay in. We're going to put some sand on the porch. And we have, there's some places in the backyard where the dirt looks like sand. We're just going to sprinkle some.
I said I wanted to go to the beach. That's what it's all
not happening.
That's
what he said to our son yesterday. We're going to go. I'm like, I don't think so.
She said 2024, but I keep working.
2024.
Look, good. Thank you for the books. Thank you, Moses. He said great book. Get the book, 2 copies, one for you and one for your significant other.
Thank y'all for joining us.
There's actually a package where you get both 2 books, the audio book, and a seminar on DVD, and 2 workbooks. All for, I think it's $99.
I don't know.
Whatever. It's jollymarriage.com. Jollymarriage.com.
Is there a way that we could do Facebook Live and all of this with the pic, and we can see the people too?
Well, that's on Zoom, baby. Only on Zoom.
And we can't do that and have Facebook Live too?
Baby.
Oh.
Isn't she cute? She's a cutie pie. I'm a keeper. I decided I'm going to keep her.
It's cheaper to keep me.
That's the truth. It's cheap. Look, our time is way over. We way over, but we're having so much fun with you. I got one question. What do you do when 30 years of marriage and money is not an issue, but you hate the white privilege that your husband has due to you? That's a great question. Maybe, our time is up, but we're going to talk about it, and I'm going to talk about it on my XM show. Thank you for sharing that, Marion. I'm going to put that as a point to talk about. Send your questions.
We're going to answer that.
We're going to by Facebook. We'll answer that. We'll come back to that because our time is up, and we always have to be mindful because now we're taking our show to live stream, so we have to be time-minded. But that's a great question. We're going to talk about, too, the whole situation with the institutional racism and the impact it has on couples, on life, on marriages. And
we need to dig a little deeper.
And we're digging a little deep into that question. Look, thank y'all for your time.
Thank you
We thank y'all for telling Lottie, Dottie, and everybody. Share this again. Hit comment, share it, like it. What else I say? Like it, share it, and watch party. We're past the watch party now, but you can at least share it, send it on to somebody else that you should see this. They talk about the real deal. We keep it real here at Happily Married Monday with the Jollies on Monday night. We love y'all. God bless y'all.
Jolly out.
Jolly out. See y'all.